Hi, I'm Hannah Cartwright, a registered nutritionist with the Association for Nutrition. I'm specialised in disordered eating, eating disorders and body image. I hold a master's degree in human nutrition, a bachelor degree in psychology and accredited courses in eating disorders and body image. Conditions that I treat at the clinic are eating disorders including anorexia nervosa, bulimia, binge eating disorder, orthorexia and other eating disorders and disordered eating that are not commonly associated in the DSM. I also work with female hormone health and gut health issues. Eating disorders unfortunately affect anybody at any age, at any race, at any size, at any shape and at any social status. Eating disorders don't have a discrimination and they really can come about at any point in somebody's lives. So it's so important to develop the tools and have a deeper understanding of our relationship with food. So even if you feel like you have a great relationship with food now, it could even be a preventative measure for the future. Whilst eating disorders are a mental illness, there are also things like disordered eating and emotional eating which can come before that. So I don't just work with one type of eating disorder. I really like to address it as a whole spectrum and help people at any stage, because there is no place where somebody is too ill or not ill enough. I feel like it's really important that anybody gets support, because having a great relationship with food affects every single area of your life, your social relationships, your work relationships, everything that comes with food can really affect your overall mental health. So many people don't get help for their relationship with food because they feel like they're not ill enough or they feel like it's not a specific eating disorder. But actually, disordered eating and food obsession are still so important to deal with, and it can come up in a lot of different ways in your life. It can be having black and white rules, seeing food as good and bad, having a hierarchy and feeling like it affects your self-worth. My goal as a nutritionist is not only to look at what you eat and what you're eating in your day-to-day life and what you're doing with your nutrition. It's never about just telling you what to eat and you going on your way, but it's actually looking at a lot more with the relationship with your food and how you're feeling and the food freedom that you can have. Unfortunately, so many people are struggling with a bad relationship with food and they have a lot of diet culture beliefs in their mind that they've picked up over time. So my job as a nutritionist is to help you unlearn these rules and reframe them so that you can develop a more healthy relationship with food again. In the first session, we would go through an assessment and get to know you a lot better, get to know your background, your current lifestyle, your eating patterns, and everything that's going on for you as a unique individual. We would then work out a plan going forward, and that will look different for every single person that I work with because we're all so unique. Nutrition really is as unique as your personality, so there is never a one-size-fits-all approach, and we go through everything together at your own pace. There is no ties attached, so if somebody wanted to have a one-off session, that's absolutely fine, but we can also work in a way where we have regularity and frequency. One of my main goals as a nutritionist is to help you develop the confidence and the tools so that you can take all of the things that we learn in a session into your everyday life so that you can do it on your own. Not only do we go through a lot of education and myth busting within the session and reframing, but I also give you tools and techniques to help you through between the sessions as well so that you're not left on your own. My approach is to combine the psychology and the nutrition together because the two are such a lovely combination when working on your relationship with food and when working with nutrition, because actually a lot of it isn't just about what you're eating, but it's also about the psychology behind it. I work with adults and I work with children under the age of 16 as well. So whoever you are, whatever you're going through, there's always a place for you to have a session with me.